Today, we're thankful for many things, and you can add this matchup to the list. Get ready for the Bills and the Saints, coming up next.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. And we get a look at Jameis Winston ready to lead this New Orleans offense for the first time in his 7th season in the NFL and his 2nd with the Saints.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Play action now, Winston. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Jameis to throw it. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big gain there for the Bills.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Four yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They run here with Singletary. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 12 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The completion there for Winston. And Jameis, of course, kind of such a boom or bust proposition at the quarterback position. He can light you up or he can give games away. So defensively, what's the mindset with a quarterback like that?
For me, it's playing more coverage than it is blitzing him, because I think that he has so much confidence in his arm. He may take it next. Chance or two, and if you have enough guys downfield, you get those tip balls, or you're able to make a play on the football at the point where the ball gets to the receiver, then you've got a chance to make some good plays against Jameis.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Winston to give, it's Kamara, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 14 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
From the 41, Winston. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Jameis now on 1st down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Adam. His second touchdown on the season, and the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Lutz now to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan. In there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he's able to take this one back. To the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. It's brought in by Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. On 3rd down, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Winston. He's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, his second touchdown of the game. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bills offense back out onto the field. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Rolling to his right. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play here for Buffalo.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Singletary. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Second and 3. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And what can they do to better account for him? Because they haven't accounted for him well so far, as we see here on your screen.
They may have to draw up coverages they haven't run so far. They have to create something on the fly because he's beaten everything. And when you watch this game unfold, you keep thinking to yourself, Is it 2 men, 3 men, maybe even a 4th guy may have to go and account for him? But right now, he's shredding the defense.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Winston now to throw on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Throwing again on second down. Winston. Off to Thomas on the left side. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Here's Winston. He finds his man. Complete. It's Harris. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jameis again. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flushed out right. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, quick hitter here, it's complete. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon. Once again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, as we'll run you through what's going on both today and later on this weekend. As far as the early games go, we'll be watching that one in Houston. The Texans in for a fight as they'll square off against the New York Jets. Good games in the late afternoon as well, one being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And finally, on Monday Night Football, a good one in the NFC. Seattle traveling cross-country to take on Washington at FedEx Field. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half. They're still in single digits in yardage as a team through 2 quarters of play. That's not good. Meanwhile, for the Saints, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Yeah, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain there for the Bills. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball, I'm about to make a big play.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Darrell Williams, right tackle, the guilty party. Now a play fake here on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. DeAndre Hopkins. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jameis to throw it. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and 9. Winston. He finds his man, complete. It's Harris. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Singletary to get the drive started. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where... to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Time again to see Jameis Winston and this Saints offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11. From the gun, Winston. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. That catch good for 5. It's third down. We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They'll run on first down with Singletary. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of... news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. It's complete. Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football. At the 23-yard line.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A 10th carry for Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Lutz puts this one through. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
So the Bills now down by a field goal, and time a huge factor. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Into the hands of Singletary. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Clock still rolling here. 4th down.
Yeah, they got to remember they cannot spike it. 4th down, as you noted.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling. Yeah,
I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for New Orleans, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.